Hey people, hope you're having a wonderful day. This is my quick crash course on fighting game fundamental words. It can be quite hard to get into fighting games and learning certain moves and stuff like that when your teacher just starts rapping off moon runes at you without any explanation. So timestamps down below for whatever term that you're specifically looking into, and let's just get into it. The first one I'm going to talk about is tech or teching. So teching is commonly used for throw escapes. The reason why is because it's closely related to something known as delayed teching, which is a form of tech. I know it is already getting complicated, but tech is also a term for little methodologies in fighting games. So like little tricks. So a trick would be called tech, and because the delayed tech is so related to throw escapes, a lot of people call throw escapes techs. So Oki is a name for resting in Japanese. It refers to setups that you get from long knockdowns or being close. So a move with good Oki would be something like Burning Knuckle here, as it gives me a long knockdown and I'm very close to them, and I can set up something like a throw, for example. A move that would give bad Oki would be something like this, as it's slightly further away. It doesn't provide me enough of a knockdown to press on an advantage. And basically Oki means resting. Okizeme, or otherwise known as Meaty, or otherwise known as resting strike, is using the frame advantage that you get from knockdown to land a strike the moment their invincibility runs out, therefore making a meaty strike or a resting strike. So let's say I did a grab and I drive rush forward to hit a meaty strike. That means if they mash out even a light punch, I will still hit them, and this is a commonly used term, Meaty and Okizeme. They basically mean the same thing. Now, Meaty has another definition, which is attacking someone right out of invincibility. So you get invincibility after being air-to-aired or landing or other things as well. There's other situations this comes up, and it's referred to as Meaty due to how far it's something about how the animation of the attack is so deep that it hits to the bone. Anyway, this is just the other definition. A cross up is an attack that happens on the opposite side of the original jumping starting position. So for example, like this is a cross up. We even get a little notification in the bottom left, but nowhere in any of the manuals does it explain really what a cross-up is. Dive kick is referring to a change directory flying attack. So if I just do this on Jury, she has a dive kick. A wake up or a reversal is a commonly used term for moves used on the moment your invulnerability from being knocked down wears off. So example, an OD Shuryu would be the prime example of a wake up. A whiff is just any move that misses. A whiff punish is attacking someone whilst they're vulnerable, whilst their move misses. Shimmy is typically using your movement to bait out a whiff. It's commonly used in Oki setups. For instance, I do this. I move left and right to sort of bait out a Shuryu to give my opponent that I'm pressing on the advantage on Oki to do an Okizeme, and I'm not, and I'm using my movement to make it seem like I'm doing an Okizeme to just block and then punish. The neutral refers to the point in the game when there's no advantage for either players. They're both at around this distance. So a neutral reset, or resetting the neutral, is like, for instance, this, or a neutral skip would be like a drive rush or anything that would get you really close. Footsies is a very hot and controversial term, I would say. A lot of people have a hard time defining what footsies is, but it's generally a point in the neutral when you're both at this range trying to bait out a crouch forward from each other. That's why it's known as footsies, because your feet are both coming close, if you know what I mean. So you're kind of playing footsies, if you know what I mean. And it's just basically having like good footsies is being able to bait out that crouch forward to punish it. Dancing or dash dancing is referred to this sort of move in neutral. It generally isn't like a ton. It's like kind of like, imagine like the alley shuffle. It's sort of to lure your opponent in footsies to crouch forward. So no, the pro players that you're fighting aren't going crazy. DP doesn't mean an erotic act of intimacy. It actually means Dragon Punch, which is the direct translation for the Shoryuken, which Shotokans use. It's used in literally every fighting game, but yeah, just a DP. Frame refers to a unit of time. Frame advantage is when you hit someone on block or on hit or some other scenario where you get advantage or disadvantage. So because I hit my jab on block, I got -1 frame advantage. But if I hit my stand heavy, I get +1 frame advantage, as you can see down in the bottom left, and my opponent gets -1. A frame trap is when you use this frame advantage to get out your move faster than the opponent. So as you can see there, using my +1, I was able to get my jab out a frame faster, therefore counter-hitting my opponent. A cancel refers to stopping the animation of one move into the other. Certain normals, for example, are special move cancelable. So this would be like this, something like that. And linking refers to not using a cancel, but doing a move right after recovery. So something like this. I would be like linking my special. A 1 frame link would be something that you linking a move right after the recovery, or the frame after, or a 2 frame link. A just frame link is just like hitting 2 buttons at the same frame. Unreactable refers to anything under 15 frames. Unseeable usually talks about things between 15 and 20 frames. A block string or jailing is a term used for using your frame advantage to land attacks on block, which, if acted on, will land in a hit. Jailing refers to the fact that you're sort of jailed to the position or trapped in the position until the string of normals or specials finish. So. For example, chip refers to damage done on block. You can only get this on Burnout and Street Fighter 6. An option select refers to when you input a button that has two outcomes, and whatever outcome comes out is the best option for that situation. So, for example, another term called buffering is when you input a special once you're doing a normal. So when I do a buffer into crack shape here, it's not coming out because I'm not hitting it, but when I do it on hit or on block, the move comes out. So that's what it means to buffer a move, and that's also what option selects mean. In other games, there was other options, like in Street Fighter 4, for example, you could hold down back and spam grab, and you wouldn't have a throw whiff, you would actually just do crouch light, for an example. So delay tech commonly is used for the technique of delaying your throw press, so that when the opponent either does an Okizeme or a throw, you'll either option select a block or a throw escape. There's actually a practice mode just for delay teching, but it's, as I said, delay tech can also refer to stuff like fuzzying, which we'll get into soon. But yeah, there's actually a training mode for this. I'm not actually that good at it, so it might take a few tries to get off, but for fuzzying, it refers to hitting a button at the same time you would block, generally jumping or a movement or a throw tech. That means that you will still block at that time. So technically a delay tech is a fuzzy in a way, but yeah, that's basically what they mean in terms of fuzzying. I'm actually going to put down a video in the below to show you different examples of fuzzying. Invincible refers to moves that are invincible. Level 3 supers are invincible, a lot of level 1 supers are invincible. ODDPs are generally invincible, and I'll just show you an example now. I'm going to try and hit a Meaty, but the OD Shiryu will just pierce through it. Anti-airs are attacks that are generally good for hitting people out of the air. Sometimes they're invincible to air attacks. Some DPs are invincible to air attacks, but generally crouch heavy is a good anti-air for most of the cast. An overhead is an attack that attacks crouch blocking opponents, but it's not a jump in. Oop. Armored attacks are attacks that are not invincible, but can absorb a hit. For example, DI or Drive Impact. Johnning refers to someone crashing out over something very trivial that obviously didn't affect their performance. So, no, I could have won, but the Wi-Fi was bad. No, I could have won, but the sun got in my eyes. Also refers to, like, some people, like in Scandinavia, for example, will say no Johns, which means no one who would be like that one. So, like, John refers to, like, that friend who always does that. Like, I could have won if Saturn was aligned, for example. I think that's basically everything. If there's something that you think that I missed or should cover, let me know. I'm also going to link down below the Lexicon Bible or whatever. That has like all commonly used terms and also unpopular terms for words in the fighting game lexicon. It can be quite daunting when you're trying to learn how to play Street Fighter or whatever your favorite fighting game is, and people are talking about all these different terms. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe.